the Reverend James Johnson from the Mayo Clinic. Took time to persuade Arnie Aronson, an icon in my field at the Mayo Clinic, a speech pathologist, to call the Reverend James Johnson after a period of time. It took Arnie 20 years to call the minister, and he said he had a perfect voice. He had a perfect voice for, and has had a perfect voice for over 20 plus years. The condition called spasmodic dysphonia, the strangled voice, I report is curable. There are no guarantees, implied or other. It's curable by direct voice rehabilitation. At this point, I have approximately 50 cures of strangled voices, recoveries additionally, improvements as well. So direct voice rehabilitation, which is all natural, has proven itself for over 35 years, reporting cures, recoveries, and improvements. It took Reverend James Johnson only a few days to decide he's coming out to see me, which I admired, and I now work with patients who have spasmodic dysphonia 25 hours a week. I've figured out how to speed up the therapy, and I like patients who have severe spasmodic dysphonia to work with me for approximately a month. There are those who find a cure in a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and 4 weeks, as well as those who do not find any help because, for one reason or another, they simply don't follow directions. The key to a possible cure or a recovery or an improvement is full cooperation with the patients. We have other people who are cured of spasmodic dysphonia that I'm going to run for you on this program. My take is that cures is a dirty word. I just was up at UC San Francisco October 17th and 18th of this year, 2008, and it just appears to me that cures is a dirty word to those who hear it, speech pathologists, ear, nose, and throat doctors, neurologists. The medical profession, one and all basically today, says there are no cures guaranteed in writing. My academic field, the American Speech Language Hearing Association, guarantees in writing there are no cures, and the drug maker, Botox, Allergan, guarantees in writing, not only itself, but through its NSDA funding, basically that organization, there are no cures for the condition. Let's take a listen to a different view. Cures is a dirty word.
They said that it was neurological, something I was born with, and nobody really knew anything about it.
And their suggestion was?
To either try speech pathology or take Botox shots, and I didn't want to take Botox shots. So I thought
there's no other approach to it.
Dr. Kremer and to Dr. Robertson's knowledge. She didn't know of any other way either.
Robinson is an M.A. Master's.
Okay, well, Jan Robertson.
How old is Jan Robertson?
40.
Mm-hmm. They didn't give you an option? Just told you Botox?
Botox or speech pathology.
In the ongoing segment, you'll hear that she tried speech pathology. Speech pathology, like Botox, is coping with the problem. It is not curative. There are no approaches other than direct voice rehabilitation that report a single cure of the condition that I know of in the world. The condition was first described by Traub in 1871 as nervous hoarseness. Psychiatric care failed. Neurological care fails to uncover the cause of the problem. And let's take a listen to the young lady now describing in mid-terms, and I'm uncovering how to get the normal voice back so simply that it seems mind-boggling. The condition is said to be a dystonia, which means that you cannot change the condition. It's hopeless, incurable, and it's a dystonia, which means forget it, it's all over. Let's take a listen to whether that medical approach and medical theory is accurate.
When the sunlight strikes raindrops in the air, they act like a prism and form a rainbow. The rainbow is a division of white light into many beautiful colors. These take the shape with its path high above, and its two ends apparently beyond the horizon. There is, according to the legend, a boiling point of gold at one end. People look, but no one ever finds it. When a man looks for something beyond his reach, his friends say he is looking for the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow.
You say A.
A.
E.
E. E.
I.
I.
O.
O.
U.
U.
A.
E.
A.
A.
A. E. I. O. U.
A. E. I. O. U. E. It's hard for me to find a good job, and it's hard for me to communicate with those when I do have a job. People think I'm sick or I'm crying.
You ever have a pet?
Yes, when I was in middle school, it was a rabbit.
How do you talk with a rabbit?
Tenderly,
Can you talk with a rabbit?
yeah.
How do you talk to a rabbit? Affectionately? Lovingly?
Yeah.
Let me hear you talk with a rabbit.
Hi, Q-Tip.
Go on.
Do you want a carrot today? How come you picked through the celery and just ate the carrots?
What was the rabbit's name?
Q-Tip.
Q-Tip?
Mm-hmm.
Why did you name the rabbit Q-Tip?
'Cause I couldn't think of any name, and my sister and I were joking around about how many people call the rabbit's cocktail, and I just said, oh yeah, wouldn't that be fun if I called it Q-Tip? So we just called it Q-Tip.
Can you talk with the rabbit again?
Hi, Q-Tip. How are you? Do you want to hop around today? Are you thirsty? Why did you bite my shoe?
Do you realize you change your voice when you talk to the rabbit?
I talked higher.
It's interesting because it's simple enough to ask people if they have a pet, how do they talk with their pet? Well, they're talking like that. And they're told that their problem is neurological, a dystonia, a medical problem, unknown cause, and they cannot change their voice for the better. That fascinates me because I don't agree with the medical model that it's a dystonia or a medical problem. If you realize in your mind, listening to this young lady, she says, mm-hmm, and I developed that technique. It goes right to the face where all good and natural voices are. You simply have to ask the patient with the strangled voice considered hopeless to say mm-hmm, or to hum the first bar of Happy Birthday, mm-hmm, mm-hmm, and the voice changes from the lower throat where all strangled voices remain. And the medical community and I agree on that. It's always in the lower throat, to the face when they talk with a pet or talk in a second language, and basically they go up to the face, which indicates it can't be a medical problem, a dystonia. Let's take a listen to the clear voice now, which could be achieved in the first meeting. Who diagnosed it?
Scripps Hospital in La Jolla. Probably about a year and a half ago. They told me that it was neurological and I was born with it.
And what was the treatment?
Botox shots or speech therapy. And I ended up getting very frustrated.
What did they tell you in speech therapy?
That the best thing to do is to take Botox shots.
And what did I tell you to do when you first came in?
To talk to my rabbit and to breathe.
Why did I tell you to talk with your rabbit?
Because usually when people talk to, like, babies or animals, they talk higher. And my voice came out clearly. Sometimes I forget, but I just have to remember to keep it high, to breathe.
What do you think about this voice, the one you're using?
I felt it was too feminine